Picture this moment clearly. You're about to pray, you've made wudu. Your heart is calm. Your lips are ready to whisper the words of Surah Al-Fatiha. You place your prayer mat on the floor, ready to stand before your Lord. But then, a disturbing thought strikes you. Earlier today, someone walked across this carpet with their shoes. Maybe there was mud, maybe dust, maybe even something worse. Suddenly, your chest tightens. What if it's najis? What if my salah is invalid? What if Allah rejects me because I prayed on an impure spot? This whisper grows louder. It distracts you, it robs you of peace. And for many believers, it becomes a cycle. Salah after salah, doubt after doubt. Some repeat their prayers out of fear. Some avoid praying in certain places. And some even lose the sweetness of salah altogether. But here's the truth. Islam is not a religion of hardship. Allah does not want you trapped in endless whispers, in obsessive doubts, or in confusing rulings you can't understand. Our deen is built on clarity, ease, and mercy. And if we learn it properly, we will see that Allah never intended for us to drown in fear about things like carpets, shoes, and invisible impurities. So today, on Islamic Echoes, let's journey together into one of the most fundamental aspects of our faith, purity, tahara, and the rulings of najasa in relation to salah. This is not just about carpets. It's about breaking free from unnecessary fear, learning what Allah has truly commanded, and praying with confidence and tranquilities. Stay with me until the end, because by the time you finish this lesson, inshallah, you will understand the difference between dirt and najasa. You will know when your salah is valid, and you will never again let whispers rob you of peace. In your worship, let us begin at the root. Islam is a religion of cleanliness. The Prophet Muhammad said, "Cleanliness is half of faith." But what kind of cleanliness? Is it simply about appearances, like a spotless shirt or polished shoes? No. Islam distinguishes between two important things: dirtiness, wasak, and impurity. Najasa, dirt, is something unpleasant. Oil stains, food marks, dust, sweat, these are dirty. They might smell, they might look bad, but they are not necessarily najis. A shirt with grease from fixing your car, it's dirty. But if it has no najasa, your salah is valid. In najasa, on the other hand, is defined by the Qur'an and Sunnah. It refers to specific substances that are spiritually impure and that invalidate salah if they are present on your body, clothes, or prayer spot. Scholars have unanimously agreed that the following are najis: human urine and feces, the urine and feces of animals whose meat is not permissible to eat, flowing or gushing blood from animals, including menstrual blood, dead animals that are not slaughtered in the Islamic way. Certain discharges such as dog salivities are the true impurities. Everything else, dust, mud, sweat, even unpleasant stains, may be dirty, but they are not najasoth. This distinction is crucial, because many Muslims confuse dirty with najis. They end up burdening themselves. They avoid places unnecessarily, wash clothes endlessly, and doubt every salah. But Allah has made Islam clear. Najasa is limited, not limitless. Now, let's go deeper. The Prophet Muhammad said, "The earth has been made for me, a place of prostration and a means of purification." Think about that. Allah made the entire earth a masjid for us, not just marble floors, not just prayer mats, not just clean tiles. The whole earth. A believer can pray almost anywhere, on grass, on sand, in a classroom, in an airport, in a marketplace. If salah required a sterile, perfectly clean environment, how could a Muslim pray 5 times a day anywhere in the world? Islam was revealed for shepherds in the desert, farmers in muddy fields, travelers on dusty roads, and yet they prayed. This hadith shows that Allah's mercy made the earth pure for us, unless there is clear evidence of najasa. If you see visible urine, feces, or blood, avoid it. But if you only see dust, soil, or footprints, your salah is valid. To make it clearer, the Prophet Muhammad himself prayed in shoes and sandals. He said, "Pray in your shoes, but clean them of filth first." This is profound. Imagine today's situation. Someone sees a Muslim praying with shoes and immediately thinks it's wrong. Yet the Sunnah proves otherwise. The only condition is that the shoes must not have najasa, dust, soil, or simple dirt. Do not matter. This Sunnah was a mercy for people who prayed outdoors. It shows again that Islam is not about making life harder. If prayer in shoes is valid, how can dust tracked onto a carpet make your entire home invalid for salah? Now, let's return to the original scenario. Someone walks on your carpet with shoes. Do you have to purify it? Do you have to avoid it? Is your salah invalid if you pray there? The answer, unless you see actual najasa, the carpet remains pure. Dust is not najasa. Mud is not najasa. Even footprints are not najasa unless they clearly came from urine, feces, or blood. And unless you are certain of that, the ruling in Islam is purity by default. This principle is important. Everything is considered pure until proven impure. Doubt does not make something najis. Whispers do not make something najis. You need certainty. So, if someone walks across your carpet, you do not need to panic. You do not need to wash the whole carpet. You do not need to avoid praying there. Your salah is valid because the carpet is pure until proven otherwise. Why then do so many Muslims struggle with this? Because shaitan thrives on whispers. One of his favorite tricks is to make us obsess over purity. A drop of water on your clothes, and suddenly you fear it's urine. A stain on the floor, and you think it's nagi. A footprint on the carpet, and you feel your house is impure. This is not piety. This is a trap. The Prophet Muhammad said, "Do not let shaitan play with you in wood." The same applies to salah. Excessive doubt destroys peace. Salah does not want you to worship him with fear of carpets and stains. He wants you to worship him with focus, khushu, and love. Let's reflect on the simplicity of the Prophet Muhammad's time. The masjid of the Prophet Muhammad had a floor of bare earth. People prayed directly on it. Sometimes it was dusty, sometimes muddy when it rained. Yet the Prophet Muhammad and the Sahaba prayed without hesitation. Once, a Bedouin urinated in the masjid. The companions rushed to stop him. The Prophet Muhammad said, "Leave him. Pour water over it. You have been sent to make things easy, not to make things difficult." If the Prophet Muhammad made salah valid in a masjid with earth, dust, and even after an incident of najasa once cleaned, how can a modern carpet with a little dirt make salah invalid? Think of Muslims around the world. A farmer prays in his field, with soil on his feet. A traveler prays on the roadside, with dust on his clothes. A student prays in a classroom, with hundreds of shoes having walked through. Do you think Allah rejects their salah? No, because Allah is merciful, and His deen is practical. He does not demand the impossible. He only asks for what is within our ability. Yet, we must also avoid the other extreme. Some people become careless. They pray without wudu. They ignore clear need. This is wrong. Islam is balance. When you see clear impurity, urine, feces, blood, you must remove it before salah. But when there is no proof, you do not create hardship by assuming impurity. So the answer is simple. If someone walks on your carpet with shoes, the carpet remains pure unless you see najasa. You can pray there without doubt. Do not let whispers rob you of salah. Do not confuse dirt with najasa. And remember the words of the Prophet Muhammad. Allah loves to grant concessions, as He loves to grant strict rulings. Meaning, take the ease Allah has given you. Pray with confidence. Pray with peace, my dear brothers and sisters. Let's free ourselves from unnecessary fear and return to the mercy of Islam. Allah has not chained us with doubts. He has given us clarity. Salah is a gift, not a burden. If today's reminder lifted even a little bit of worry from your heart, then don't let it stop here. Share this message with your family and friends, because you never know whose salah will be saved from doubt. And join us again here on Islamic Echoes, where we bring you the pure teachings of Qur'an and Sunnah, simplified for every Muslim home. So, hit that subscribe button, turn on the notification bell, and let your heart echo with the call of Islam every single day. Until next time, may Allah keep your prayers pure, your heart at peace, and your soul connected to Him.